Central America, unfortunately, I mean, in fact, the whole of Latin America, we recently published last 2 years ago a human development report on citizen security, and we actually named Latin America as the most violent region in the world, considering it's a region that is at, that is not in a conflict. It's not in armed conflict, besides Colombia that is now ending. But within that, we actually have in Central America, in particularly, three countries: Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, that are considered that have violence, and especially homicides rates that are of the highest in the world. I mean, we're talking of in El Salvador alone, more than 6,000 people have been killed in a year in homicides. So all three countries, when we measure by the measure of 100 of homicides per 100,000 people, all of them surpass between 60 and 100, which is, if you consider that the world has a number 4 and Latin America has a number somewhere in the teens, is very, very high, and this is actually affecting a whole generation. And of course, this is also creating an enormous amount of migration, displacement of people. More than 50,000 minors that have migrated to the United States in the last year. The very large number come from those three countries, and we have now seen a correlation that in fact the largest number of people, of minors migrating, are also coming from the countries with the largest homicide rates. And there's absolutely a correlation. People are migrating, and minors, because they see they are running away from violence, but they also are running away from they're looking for other opportunities in countries where there's very high rates of youth unemployment, for instance. So we see that policies in the neighbors countries in the United States, for instance, it has recently approved an important program that we see that is crucial to help to maintain, to reduce violence on the one hand, but also to give opportunities, employment opportunities, development, because ultimately this is one of the sources of the conflict. Another very difficult one, of course, is an organized crime that is affecting the entire Central American region. We in UNDP, we are supporting the Central America security strategy, for instance, and we're working closely with other partners, including the United States, to tackle the issue of violence in Central America from a more integral part. That is not an issue of security alone. It's an issue of job opportunities for youth. It's an issue of strengthening local governments. It's an issue of development opportunities in the country, of stronger institutions that go anywhere from the police, from the justice systems. So it has to be seen from the integral part. In fact, the countries are working on that. Ecuador has, El Salvador. We recently helped El Salvador with a plan that is called El Salvador Seguro, and it's a plan that emanates from a dialogue process in which many aspects of society came together, including the government and opposition, to come together into how can this problem and phenomenon can be tackled from an integral part of development, not only from the security aspect, but including, of course, security aspect. For that, the support of countries like the United States, but other actors, Spain is supporting the European Union, and of course this also has a regional implication. It's very important to tackle this that is affecting not only Central America, but also the neighboring countries as well.